guys, Jay. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, I'm a little late on this, but I did want to report seeing this there are only less than 3 days left to order Mondo Beast Man. Holy crap, guys. This is a dream come true for some, and I gotta tell you, I truly believe this could be the largest, the biggest figure Master Universe has ever created. Guys, this is one not to be missed, and there are less than 3 days left to pre-order this. Let's take a deep dive into this to see exactly what comes with this beast of a figure. Because, guys, I am absolutely excited. Let's have a look. Oh my gosh, guys. Heading over to mondoshop.com. Check it out, everybody. Beast Man. Yes, indeed. Mondo Beast Man. Up for pre-order right now until October 13th at 11:59 a.m. Central Time. Guys, this is absolutely crazy. I want to take a deep dive into this and see exactly what this beast comes with, and of course, how big this guy could be, because I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, he is the biggest Masters of the Universe figure ever made. Let's take a look at this, guys, because this is absolutely nuts. Clicking on the pre-order button on Mondo Shop's front page, it leads us over to the Beast Man Masters of the Universe 1/6 scale figure, timed edition. That's right, you have until October 13th to order this beast. So only a few days left, guys. It's already October 10th. So guys, don't sleep on this. $275, but there are payment plans available, but we'll get to that in a second. Take a look at this guy. He looks incredible. I saw him firsthand at PowerCon, and I gotta tell you, he truly is beastly in appearance. Limit 2 figures per household. Free shipping to the United States, Canada, UK, and the EU. Payment plans are available. Artist Emiliano Santalucia, Florian Bertmer, Mark Bistro, and May Tamtarana. Let's take a deep dive into this and see exactly what this guy is all about. There he is, everybody. There is Beast Man. Oh, this is truly the beastliest version of this character I have ever seen. Pun intended. Very, very intended. Look at this guy. He's huge. Photos do not do this guy justice. When you see him in person, he really, truly is an incredible figure, both in size, girth, and of course weight. He is a heavy, heavy figure. Oh my gosh, guys. He is monstrous in every sense of the word. Here he is with his turns, and you can see just how beastly he is. He's got all of the girth and weight and just the gravitas that you would expect from a character this big. Honestly, when I first saw Beastman as a kid, I didn't think he was that big. I thought maybe he was a little bit bigger than He-Man, but the guys over at Mondo have really just dug into the idea that he is an absolute monster, and I love it. He really is the embodiment of what a half man, half beast should be. Here he is without all of his armor, and he still looks absolutely ferocious. I mean, the armor really gives that sort of menacing presence, but even without the armor, he looks kind of like half simian, half bear, half pretty much anything you can imagine. Werewolf. He looks crazy. Beast Man in his ultimate form. This is insane. The photography at Mondo is absolutely some of the best I've ever seen, and looking at these environments that they put them in, man, I think any of us would be so happy to be able to have any of these dioramas that they put together. Here is Beast Man in his environment, lush green jungles, and I love the different types of colors they used here, even the smoke effects. This is just absolutely amazing. Here he is just chomping down on, I hope it's an included piece of, I don't know if that's a deer or maybe it's a turkey leg. I don't know what that is, but it's huge. He's looking like he's just about to devour this thing. It's amazing. I really do love this overall look of Beast Man. He's crazy. He really is menacing. Yes, indeed. Getting the surprise on both Man-at-Arms and He-Man. Beast Man is definitely a foe not to underestimate. After all, he towers over Beast Man and Man-at-Arms. And it looks like he's actually stripped Man-at-Arms almost to his complete... It looks like he's caught Man-at-Arms and He-Man off guard, because you can see that all of their weapons are laid astrewn, almost as if they were at a campsite, and Beastman just snuck up on them, really taking advantage of their, while they were sleeping or some other sort of, or eating, so they literally had no chance to defend themselves. Here is Beastman without his armor, and in this environment, somewhere I think in the depths of Snake Mountain, he just looks absolutely ferocious. The more you take away from Beastman, from his armor, from his accessories, he gets more ferocious, more beast-like, and it just really is absolutely stunning. Just the way Mondo has put this guy together. I love it. Here is the second head sculpt that comes with Beast Man, and I gotta tell you, this one reminds me much more of the actual toy. His eyes are a little bit more docile. His sneer is just a little bit more, I don't know, subdued a little bit. It's not as ferocious as the other head sculpt, but at the same time, he has that feral nature, and you know that you don't want to mess with this guy. He really is more of a beast here, not really reacting unless you decide to poke the bear, if you will. So he really does look like something you wouldn't want to wake up to. You wouldn't want to encounter in a dark alley, that's for sure. Here we have almost a height comparison between Beastman and He-Man, and you can tell just how much he towers over the most powerful man of the universe. I gotta tell you, this is definitely a foe that is worthy of He-Man's powers. After all, the rage that comes from Beastman could definitely overpower He-Man if given the right circumstances. Again, I love the photography and the environments that Mondo has put these guys in. This literally looks like Beastman is swinging through the treetops exactly like he did in many cartoons and hopefully in Master Universe Revolutions. Beastman here looks like he's completely in his own environment, swinging through the trees, and I love the blue sky. I love the ambiance that's being presented here. Bravo, photography team at Mondo. Beastman is just charging through the bush, looking for a fight. This is just crazy. I love the fact that you can pretty much armor him up and put all of his accessories on top. The compass that he wears around his neck, which I do believe helps him to control animals. Somebody's going to have to help me clarify that. There seems to be some debate as to whether or not that compass is actually for that or if it has some other purpose. But I like to think in my own headcanon that it helps him to control animals in some degree. Here he is again with that other head sculpt, and honestly, he really does look a little bit more almost human, but at the same time a little bit more docile. But again, you don't want to be going and poking this bear because he will bite back. And here he is just getting ready with his signature whip to defend himself if necessary or to go on the offensive. Here he is getting ready for war. He has all of his armaments, his sword, his whip, sling around his arm, his blaster. Even in the depths of Skeletor's domains, Beastman holds his own. We can see here that Panther and Merman are in the back, while Skeletor is the only one brave enough to face Beastman as he's having dinner. One thing you should never do is approach a wild animal while he's eating, because that is when they're the most ferocious, protecting their meal at all costs. Beastman is holding onto a chalice, which is very reminiscent of that episode where he literally snuck back into Snake Mountain almost as if he was going to take over, eating and feasting with Merman. Beastman is truly the king of beasts, and I have to tell you, he looks absolutely incredible. I do have to mention that his face is more of a face paint. It's almost as if, in my headcanon, he was actually a captive in a circus, and they actually made him put on this face paint, which he wore in shame. But after breaking free of his bonds, he decided to keep it as a reminder of the captive life he led, never forgetting to take vengeance on those who had enslaved him. But that's just the way I think. This is just ridiculous. Beastman squaring off against He-Man and Battlecat. Look at the size of this. If you have Battlecat in your possession, you know just how big he is, and you can see a ferocious green tiger like Battlecat. He will definitely put up a fight no matter what. And honestly, thinking about it now and looking at these two pictures, it actually might be quite the fight indeed. I gotta tell you guys, Beastman is one which you will not regret adding to your collection. He looks ridiculous, and he really has that gravitas. And honestly, he is one of the original 8 figures that was released in the line for Master Universe in their first year. And it would be a shame if you missed out on picking up this character to add to your Mondo collection. You can see here that Beastman can control animals. However, we do know in the series that he has a very hard time controlling Panther, as Panther is loyal to Skeletor and Skeletor alone. But they seem to have a tender moment here, sharing a small bond, perhaps the fact that they are both still under the command of the Lord of Destruction. Some close-in details with the figure. Look at how much attention there is with the paint, all the wash. This is just absolutely incredible. Beastman comes with everything you see here. He comes with a massive sword, a blaster, which is actually reminiscent of the blaster he had in the motion picture. He comes with a goblet. His left hand, which actually has that tool, almost like a Wolverine-style gauntlet, which is something he had in the original toy if you actually look very carefully. But they've also decided to include other swappable hands without a particular claw. He has accessory holding hands, some splayed out hands, almost like they're clawing at you. Beastman himself is absolutely huge. He also comes with that turkey leg, the additional 2 swappable faces, a more snarling face, that more docile face, and of course the standard face that comes with Beastman himself. He also comes with that wired whip attachment, which can be coiled in any direction. We can see here that Beastman stands a whopping 13 inches tall when fully erect. He looks absolutely crazy, guys, and I do believe he is one of the, if not the biggest action figure in the Masters Universe line ever to be created. Hey, Future J jumping back in here. I just did a bit of research right after saying that, and I think I found out that Titus, actually, from the very, very, very obscure and limited Master Universe Powers of Grayskull line, might have actually been 13 inches tall himself. I'm not 100% sure on that. There's very conflicting evidence all over the internet. So if anybody can actually provide some insight into this, whether or not Titus was actually 13 inches tall, please leave those comments in the comment section below, because that would be truly, truly amazing. Let's get back to it, guys. Beastman truly is a force to be reckoned with, and I have to tell you guys, I'm super excited at the idea that we could be getting him very, very soon. Here he is standing and just showcasing how tall he truly is compared to other figures in line. Oh my god, he is absolutely massive. Comparing him to the original Beastman, you really can tell that he truly is the largest figure ever created in Master Universe. Guys, get yourselves ready, because there are only a few days left to pick up Beastman. The pre-sale ends on October 13th, 2023 at 11:59 a.m. Central Time. Remember, guys, that's a.m. Central Time, not p.m. Central Time. Some fans, including the Toy Sorcerers, have fallen victim to the time difference, and I'm sorry to say, once this guy is gone, at least for the deluxe edition, he will not be coming back. So make sure you put down your pre-order for Mondo Beast Man. Guys, let me know in the comment section below, are you going to put down your money for 1/6 scale Beast Man? I gotta tell you, I'm super excited at the fact that we might be able to get this guy into our collections, because he truly is the king of beasts. Holy crap, guys, this is absolutely amazing. Mondo Beast Man has finally been put up for pre-order. It's already been a few days, about 9 days already. I'm a little late at the game on this, but I wanted to give everybody the heads up that there are less than 3 days left. That's right, guys. You only have until October 13th at 11:59 a.m. Central Time. So, guys, do not sleep on this. And remember, it's a.m., not p.m., as some fans have had some trouble figuring that out. Our good friend of the channel, Toy Sorceress over at Toy Habits, actually missed out on Mondo Skeletor just because of that. So, guys, do not miss out on this. Mark your calendars down. Put it on your phone. Do whatever you have to not miss out on Mondo Beast Man. Guys, are you going to put your money down for Mondo Beast Man, knowing just how big this guy is? Oh my god, he's absolutely massive. Are you guys going to be shelling out the $275 it's going to cost to pick this guy up? I know that I am very interested with that payment plan, which is very, very key. Or is this guy just too big for your collection and you just can't have him in your collection considering how big he is, taking up so much room? Or is he, like he is to me, one of the biggest Master Universe characters and you absolutely have to have him? Guys, leave those comments in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please leave me a like. It really does help me out. And if you're in the position to help out the channel, please consider checking out my Patreon page. It's MegaJRetro on Patreon. Guys, the patrons and channel members of this channel help me make wonderful episodes every single week, and I couldn't do it without them. They are the best. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. It really means the world to me. Guys, I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. We have the power, everybody. We have the power. And Mondo, you guys are doing incredible work. Good journey, everybody. Keep proud. I want to give a huge shout out to all my Patreon and channel member supporters. Thank you so much, everybody. It's thanks to your support that this channel continues to grow, and I really could not have done this without you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It really means a lot and really helps the channel to keep growing.